Hey guys, and welcome to the speaker series. I am Brad Critchfield.
And I'm Joshua Castellanos, the President and CEO of the Lakewood Chamber of Commerce.
And with us today, our very special guest,
Ariel Pay, owner of Labwerkz Printshop.
Wait, but there's more. There's so much more, right?
There's a whole bunch more.
There's a whole bunch more, but we're going to get into that right now.
Yes, we will.
So, owner of Labwerkz, that's number one, print shop, storefront,
Yes.
Del Amo Boulevard, but you're also...
President-elect for Lakewood Rotary Club, board chair for the Chamber of Commerce.
Can
2017,
we get background music to this?
the 2017 annual campaign chair for the Lakewood YMCA, rolling into the board chair for 2017 and 2018. Deputy Grand Knight for Knights of Columbus, St. Cyprian Elementary. Advisory board member for Bellflower Unified School District CTE program. Serve on 3 advisory school boards in the California Archdiocese. And
But you forgot a couple of big ones.
We'll plug them in at the end.
And great dad,
Oh yeah,
and a wonderful husband,
That takes some time.
Yes.
and a great friend to everybody around you. So
Thank you.
I had to add that because it's
you.
true. That's what I see.
yes.
So I think that what you do for the community and what you do is so huge, and that's why obviously you're a no-brainer. We have to have you on this VCast. They're called VCast now. Podcast. It's not a podcast.
Well, the name has changed a couple times. but
Whatever this is,
yes.
we're glad you're
Yeah.
here, and we had to have you here because of everything that you do. And I know that you're going to offer a lot of insight for people that want to start a business, or people that are in the community that want to be more engaged. I mean, you are the go-to guy when it comes to all this stuff.
Like anybody else, for advice, it's like, you just have to take that step. 3 years out of corporate, I was printing, sales repping for myself, and then I sit and have dinner with the Castellano family and the Ung family. Next thing you know, I'm opening a brick and mortar. So, it's one of those things where you take that step forward and you don't look back. But advice-wise, it's always taking that leap, and the worst thing that can ever happen is, the biggest word is failure. People is always worried about failure, but really, who cares?
Right.
If you fail,
It's not that bad, right?
No, it's not.
It
It isn't.
It's like people have this unrealistic vision of failing,
Yeah.
and that everybody's going to care, and
die, and the world's gonna
the world's going to come
collapse.
to an end.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
I think people are so concerned.
Yeah.
They think like that's the whole world's gonna stop.
Yeah,
But
it's
it doesn't-
crazy, and
Yeah.
and when you think about it, it's like all the positive things that could happen
Yeah.
far outweigh. As you go through that journey, far outweigh like whatever those fears could. Because, like you said,
Yes.
right? What's the worst thing that could happen?
failure, like you have to close the business, but
It doesn't work out.
it's not in the books. So
Yeah.
it's not in the books. It's not going to happen. So it's not my vocabulary.
But all the people you meet along the way, right?
Yes.
The lessons you learn, the
Networking circles, the advice I get, the advice I give, the references, and when people, need help, or I can help them, or they help me, it's an amazing world. And I think being here in Lakewood, that entrepreneur spirit is at 1,000 miles an hour here right now, man, because I think we have really good energy brewing in this town, that with really good foundation. I always call it the Lakewood Foundation, that really good foundation that, a lot of these cities don't have. They don't have the interconnection with small business owners, and all of our business, we're all together, and we're all developing business together.
They don't have Ari. That's what they don't have.
yeah, right.
No, I mean you seriously do so much, and we were joking about it in the
It's
beginning,
crazy,
but like
yeah.
all the things you do, I mean, that is like the epitome of somebody who's on the grind, an entrepreneur who just knows that the buck stops with you, that you got to get all these things done, and then somehow have time for family and
Yes.
raising your
Yes.
family. So
One thing I learned coming from the corporate world of action sports was family, business, life balance. I mean, it was crazy.
it's a
like,
tough one.
it's very
It was
tough.
crazy. It was one of those things where I would see like our bosses, like I'd come back from a trade show for 2 weeks in Europe and come back and say, hey, you take 3-4 days off, dude. Just go with the family. And I've seen it where they say, you haven't gone on vacation in 2 years. You need to go on vacation, because when you come back, you're charged, your brain's reset, you see business in a different light, which where you get so overconsumed with the business that you need to pluck yourself out and put yourself back in so you can be a better business owner too, you know?
Trust me, that's why I had to borrow your snowboard.
Yeah.
I had
It's
to
good.
get out of here.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know, I have a lot of avenues myself that are really local and that are easy. You know, it's one of those things like for surfing. You know, hey, you surf for an hour, but man, my mind is clear for an hour. Or you go to church for like 20 minutes or 5 minutes. It's like boom, your mind is clear.
Just a way to break apart, right?
Charge,
Just,
yeah, you
just
have to.
not even.
What do you call it?
thinking.
A saltwater cleanse? Is that what you call
Saltwater
it?
cleanse. Yeah, I'd like
The
that.
saltwater
Actually,
rinse.
I
just
think that's
add
something
water.
else. Too.
Wow.
Saltwater rinse. Just add water. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's a different. I've been in
That's-
this.
that's
I've
like-
been in the nutrition weight loss thing for way
Yeah.
too long.
Yeah.
I know, and especially with their installation coming up,
Yeah,
like, they're always like, no, it's
too
not.
much, you know. Yeah.
Honest mistake. Well, where do you go from there?
I know.
So, I mean, like I said, you're somebody who you're the epitome of what the grind is. And what does your day look like on a busy day, on a busy RE day,
just
on a
like
beautiful busy RE day?
hour to hour, 30 minute by 30.
man.
Just like how many things are you doing? How many meetings do you have? Or,
Oh gosh, it starts off with waking up at probably 6:30 in the morning. You know, get my little one up to school by 8 o'clock. Then I go to church for 2 minutes just to sit there for quiet time. I leave. And then as I'm leaving, going home from dropping off my little at school, my agenda starts.
Saltwater cleanse.
Well, yeah, on good days when there are no meetings, I'll go surf for an hour, come back. But it's the travel time to and from what you're going to do that you get to clear your mind. You know, where you can really set your agenda for the day. Then you come back, and if you don't pluck yourself out, then you'll never see outside in. You'll only see inside out, which could be over-consuming.
Ari, so can someone come for 5, 10 shirts, 20 shirts,
Absolutely,
100
yes.
shirts, 500 shirts?
5,000 shirts even if you want.
So anybody in Lakewood, anybody in the surrounding city could come to you, come to Labwerkz, come to your shop, and get stuff, right?
Yes.
So if they want to get in contact with you, what do they do? Do they
You
go
can start at like anybody. You can start on
Labwerkz?
Yeah, Labwerkz.
So LABWERKZ, right?
Yes.
And then where can they find you then?
Facebook, Labwerkz Printshop, Instagram, Labwerkz_ Printshop. You can catch me on my email, Labwerkz, LABWERKZ, @yahoo.com. You can catch me on my cell phone, 562-708-0645. You can catch me on my Tumblr, labwerkz.tumblr.com.
And if you're really lucky, you can cash him outside.
Yes.
I'm so last
Sorry.
week.
Oh, that was horrible.
I
Horrible.
haven't- I've been on vacation for 3 days. I didn't realize that
Outside?
that's
Did
done
we-
now.
Did we really go there?
Yeah.
And not to mention the actual location on Woodruff and Delamo.
Delamo,
Yes.
yeah. And if they happen to watch this video, would they get any kind of?
Absolutely. You will get a 20% discount from Labwerkz on your first printing order.
Wow, 20%.
But if you want-
He went up.
You want 80% discount, you go see
Man.
Brad and his print shop because he'll give you 80% discount. So
Wow.
yes. So if my shop is closed, it's not because I'm closed. It's because I'm still visiting clients. You know, launching.
Well, you're
in-
so busy; it's mostly by appointment anyway. So they
Right.
should
So
definitely
far,
call
yes.
or
Yes.
you know.
But,
And beyond the print, the screen printing, what other kind of services can they come to you for?
so out of the project space, it is a project space. So I am working with the community and doing art shows at the location. I'm looking at doing more and more events at the location, and we also launched a marketing agency. What I do know is strategic branding across wholesale and retail. So I know campaigning. I know how to launch and build roadmaps for businesses. If you're a small business, you want to know what you need to do in a year, or
And
if
you
you're
really need that roadmap. You
Because
really
how many
need-
people just
yeah.
think that I have an idea for a shirt and now it's going to be a huge brand. It's going to be in
Right,
Nordstrom's in a
right,
week.
right,
It's
right.
it's not
Yes.
that simple.
You need a map.
Yes.
You need a map.
You need a map.
You need a map. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. You can't get there.
no,
You
without,
know,
yeah.
because you're gonna
Yep.
go. You know, you might meander, and
Yep.
you might, but as long as you know how to get there, you know,
Yes.
and know what that
Yeah, so,
process
you know,
is.
one thing in business is if you don't have a plan, people get scared of the word business planning, but if you don't have a strategic plan, or if you just don't have a general idea of where you want to be in 1, 3, and 5 years, it's going to be a rough road because you're going to be scouring in different directions and not have a direction. And ideally, you know, if you have a year plan, you have the plan, you have a goal, I can get you there. It's not hard. It's just, it's going to be work on your part.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can coach you and
Can't
work
be
it.
afraid of work. That's for
No,
sure.
you can't. Not in
No,
our world.
not at all. But
All right, man. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
I know that was awesome.
Good times. Good times.
and we'll do it again. I can't wait to, and there will be other people that we get on here,
Yes.
and I'm excited to meet new people. Maybe someone that just watched this. I mean,
Yeah.
give us a call.
Don't be
Call the
scared.
chamber.
Don't be
Yeah.
scared to ask questions
No,
when you come
not
out
at
here
all.
because
No, I
the
mean-
advice that you give or take would probably help somebody else. So that's what this is all about.
Right.
Everybody
It's
has
helping.
value. It's just a matter of being
Absolutely.
willing to share it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the speaker series with Ari from Labwerkz. And you'll be seeing him around the community, running around like he always does. And he's always there to help. We're here to help. And we'll see you next week.
Take care.
Super shaka.